All right. Good evening, everyone. And this is it. The final part of the Disney Home Media Collection stream featuring Movie and Game Lover 98, in which we will be showing off live action films with a few live action and animation combo films as well. All right, let me just change the title real quick. Oh yeah, it is. I'm just gonna edit the title. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Now, once the stream is over, you will see the fixed title of it, because I just corrected the title to Part 4. Hey!
Hey, Folklore returns. How are we doing today?
Great!
Yep, this is going to be part 4
Yes!
of this Disney. Yes, we're showing live action Disney films, plus a couple bonuses at the end.
Yeah, and for this
Yep.
part, we might be even showing off some animation live action combo films as well.
Yeah. But hopefully for this one, Folklore returns. I don't know if you have the original Treasure Island on VHS, because I only have Muppet Treasure Island.
I'm with you, because I also just have Muppet Treasure Island.
But it's related to the original Treasure Island from the 1950 film, the one from the 50s, simply called Treasure Island. If you want to show that first,
and show that one off maybe after So Dear to My Heart, because Treasure Island was released in the 50s.
Oh, right, yes. So hopefully, yeah, that should work. Yeah.
All right. Here's the free caballeros. This is one of the live action animation combo films.
Yeah, released theatrically in the British countries in 1940.
In 1944, and in the U.S. in 1945.
Already, this film I think is already 80, or if it's coming up on 80 years old.
It already turned 80 because it came out early.
Very early 1945. Okay, so this film is already 80. So happy 80th anniversary to this film, this hybrid film.
All right.
Yep. Sticker right there.
That's a sticker label.
Yeah, and also when we get to the 1960s Flintstones Returns, because the Parent Trap, I have the 98 version on DVD, but it's related to the 61 version of Parent Trap, and the Homeward Bound, I will show, because since I got that on DVD, I'll show that when you show The Incredible Journey when we get to it.
All right. Print date is June 27th, 1991. I also have the Masterpiece Collection edition, but like before, I'm only showing off one edition.
Yeah.
All right. And
okay. And also, when we get to the 1970s ones, Flick Love Returns, I know the original Freaky Friday is from the 70s, but I have the 2003 version on DVD.
all right. Next live-action animation combo film is So Dear to My Heart, released in 1949.
Yep, a 1949 film, and this Masterpiece Collection VHS from the 90s. I still have not seen that yet.
And I have it. It's a pretty cool film because, for one thing, it does have Bobby Driscoll in this film, and he also was the voice of the main character in Peter Pan.
I'm kind of surprised about that too.
Yeah, and according to one of the interviews I've watched, Catherine Beaumont even admired him for being in the film because he did a great job.
That's what I noticed too.
Label.
Yep.
Print date's March 18th, 1996.
Yep, that was after the Thomas Home Media product Thomas's Friends Help Out hit VHS, and hopefully you can still hear me, Flick Love Returns.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, luckily you can still hear me, which is good.
Yeah. And let me see. I'm going to check the year Treasure Island was released. And
I mean, it is a 50s film. Yes, it came out in the 1950s. But I'm pretty sure it's correct. It's not if it's in the 1950s, but if it did come out in 1950, so it probably came a year after Cinderella came out.
it came out in the same year as Cinderella.
Okay, so it is a 1950 film, so they just came out different months of 1950. So, yeah, both of us don't have the original Treasure Island on VHS or DVD.
But I have the Muppet Treasure Island, which is basically the Muppet remake of the original.
Well, it's surprisingly they came... I'm pretty sure this Muppet version came out 46 years later, because 1950 was the original Treasure Island.
Yes, it was 46 years later.
In 96, yes. I mean, yeah, that's your 96 VHS of Muppet Treasure Island, and I have the 2005 DVD.
I think there's a scene in the film where a pirate like has a heart attack or something and is in the film, and he's like, and the Muppets are like freaking out about it. Print date for this is August 6th, 1996.
That was actually the same time the Thomas Omiya product, Thomas the Gal Old Engine, released in the stores.
Yes.
August 6th, 96, and I have the 2005 DVD of Muppet Treasure Island, which luckily this has it in both widescreen and full screen, because that means if I get even if I got this on VHS, even though it doesn't really make sense to get this on VHS, because then if I actually pushed full screen, that wouldn't make any sense. So that's why I'm sticking with the DVD counterpart. But I will get the original Treasure Island on VHS and DVD one of these days.
All right, this next film, oh boy, it's kind of sad.
Is it the old Yeller something with Savage something? Well, one of them's called Old Yeller, and another one sequel.
That's exactly what is shown next here.
Yeah, it released a while after Treasure Island. This film originally
in 1957. It was between Lady and the Tramp and Sleeping Beauty.
Okay, so this film came out almost towards the end of the 1950s, and yeah, I know they made another film to this called Savage Sam, which I saw the 2-movie pack of this and Savage Sam at the store, but I didn't buy it. But maybe if it's there, I'll get it eventually. I'll hunt it down because I just haven't watched them, so I don't know my opinion on. But I know I heard it's sad, but even though I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's got a dark sticker label.
Or some copies might have an ink label.
And there's actually a print date in the sticker.
Printed on
August 20th, 1997, and this came out on October 7th of that year on VHS to commemorate with the 40th anniversary of the film.
That's a cool thing to say. And you said August 20th, 1997. That was a day after Toss Meets the Queen and Other Stories released on VHS originally.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're getting close to that. Okay, I'm holding the Parent Trap 98 version on DVD, Flick Love Returns, but...
Yeah, which that will actually be the next film to show off after the film that I'm going to show off right now. And here is Pollyanna. With Haley Mills.
I think may she rest in peace, though, with that actress.
Let's see. Haley Mills.
Probably might have passed away already, but...
No, he is still alive, actually.
She is? Okay, at the age of...
let's see. Currently, she turned 79 recently.
Okay, so she's still living. Okay, that's good. Anyway, let's keep looking at the rest of this. I think this is just
from 1960.
60, okay. Yeah, 1960, the start of the pre-fourth millennium, I should say, because 1960, I like to say the pre-fourth millennium, because, the new millennium is 2000, but I like to say before the new millennium, decades before the new millennium, so 1960, I like to say the pre-fourth millennium.
Yeah, and this is a 1994 VHS, but the print date is January 2nd, 1995. So it's just a slightly late reprint, but it's pretty close because this came out on October 28th of 1994 on VHS.
I mean, I know that, but anyway, I think next up, and also I don't have all the Herbie films, Flick Love Returns. After we do Mary Poppins, I don't have any of the Herbie films.
Well, I have one of them.
Okay, well, it's probably best to upgrade to the box set. Well, anyway, let's look at the next Disney feature film, then we'll explain something.
All right, here is what you just mentioned, The Parent Trap.
That's the old 1961 version. There is also it has a 2-movie pack with that and The Parent Trap 2, which I will hunt down one of these days. The only reason I have the 98 version on DVD right next to me is because it's related to the original version.
I have seen this film before, and it is absolutely gut-bustingly hilarious.
Yeah, with so many hilarious parts of how they can use how they made a way to make this actress play the same twins
What? Wow.
Just like, I guess the reasons why is because they were filming it on different locations. That's why how they got the actress to play the two twin girls. Kind of like I said, like they would with the Adam Sandler comedy from 2011's Jack and Jill, or this other Parent Trap, which I'll show in a minute, because you don't have the Parent Trap 2 in the 2-movie pack on that DVD set.
Yeah, this is also a 1994 VHS, and print date is December 29th, 1994. Just printed 2 months and a day apart from the actual release.
Yeah. Okay, now let's show off. I know you don't have the Parent Trap 2, the sequel to the 1961 version, but I can show off the 98 version on DVD if that's fine.
Sure, you can go right ahead.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Anyway, yep. Yeah, with Dennis Quaid, Natasha Richardson, and introducing Lindsay Lohan. This is the first film that Lindsay Lohan is in, technically. Just like how 20th Century Fox's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Here you go.
What? What the freaking hell was that about? I didn't do anything.
It apparently exited out. I didn't click off of anything either.
I didn't touch anything there. As I was saying, yeah, I said, like, this one introduces Lindsay Lohan in a feature film, kind of like how 20th Century Fox's Mrs. Doubtfire introduced Mara Wilson in a film, and even like Mara Wilson's last film was Thomas the Magic Railroad, I'm surprised Lindsay Lohan is still doing films to this day, because apparently, well, I'll show something with another movie that has her, eventually. Yep, this is the Parent Trap 2000, and this is a 2005 DVD release, and it originally hit VHS in 1998 sometime. I'll have to say late 1998, originally.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and disc for Parent Trap 1998 version. This one, they had Lindsay Lohan play the twin girls, because it was they filmed it different ways. I guess I'd say both this and the original Parent Trap are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know, yes, Dennis Quaid, who he plays the dad in this film. Yes, I know he plays the dad in 2002's as The Rookie, which I'm never getting. But I will admit, I will give Dennis Quaid the praisal for doing an amazing job in the film. I don't hate the actor Dennis Quaid. He's a good actor in real life. Anyway, let's go.
Quaid, he also appeared in the Sesame Street Kids Guide to Life video, Telling the Truth, with Telly and Elmo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was in Sesame Street, but that's a cool thing to address.
And I know this is not really anything Disney related, but here is what Dennis Quaid looked like in that video. Right there at the very right.
Yeah, that video of the Sesame Street one, even though it's not Disney.
Well, Disney actually did release Sesame Street VHS tapes in the UK in the late 90s.
But then eventually they turned back and the other company did the rights.
All right. But I bring it up because Dennis Quaid appeared here.
Okay, but next... Yep. And next we're coming up to Mary Poppins, I think. Or before that, there's something before Mary Poppins.
Yes. Something comes before Mary Poppins, and...
Oh, actually, wait, I think we gotta... Why don't I show this Flicklover Returns? Because I actually put this before Mary Poppins, Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey 2-movie pack, because it's related to the 1963... Actually, Incredible Journey comes before Mary Poppins.
Yeah! Well,
I meant to say we show the Incredible Journey stuff, then Mary Poppins. Switcheroo, whoops. Anyway, that's the original Incredible Journey. I will find that DVD eventually.
Yeah, that's the 1983 film. This came out around the same month as The Sword and the Stone. Or actually a month before The Sword and the Stone.
Yeah, that VHS is from the 90s. Because even though this VHS could have been released in the 1970s, in 1978, just a year after VHS. Yeah.
Well, this VHS is from 1994, but the print date is a very, very late reprint from September 16th, 1998.
Yeah. That was something. I know yours is a late 1998 print date, which was printed almost a month before Thomas Comes to Breakfast and Big Day for Thomas originally hit VHS.
Despite that, it has the 1994 VHS master.
Yeah, that's what happens with most reprints. But anyway, now I'll show the Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey 2-movie pack with 2 Lost in San Francisco. I know you still haven't watched these yet, Flick Love Returns, but if you have, nice.
Actually, I have seen bits and pieces of it when I've seen the film in its entirety once when I was somewhere else.
Okay, so it's the original Homeward Bound. This one, Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey, but you haven't seen Lost in San Francisco yet. Okay, so I think the only one you haven't watched is Lost in San Francisco yet.
Correct.
Okay, so, well, get this 2-movie pack, and you'll love Lost in San Francisco. And I'll hunt down the DVD version of the original Incredible Journey. This surprise, all of these need to get a Blu-ray release, like, so bad. I don't know why Disney doesn't put these on Blu-ray for some reason. For some reason, Disney never got a chance to put these 2 films, as well as the original Incredible Journey, on Blu-ray. Which is far beyond me. Okay, now let's get into Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Now let's show Mary Poppins.
And the film just turned 60 last year.
Now this year it's 61. Or if it's coming...
61. Because it came out in August of 1964.
Okay, so it's early 61st anniversary. This movie should have gotten a 4K release for the 60th anniversary last year, but Disney didn't do that.
I know.
What a shame. And yeah, hopefully when we get to the 2003 ones as well, Flip Love Returns. I think I did put this right, that Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl was April 2003, and the Lizzie McGuire movie was May 2003. Well, anyway, let's... And I do have the sequel of Mary Poppins Returns.
Yes, and this is a 1988 VHS, but this one has an ink label and is printed on November 25th, 1992, so it's a 1992 reprint of the 88 VHS.
Yeah, November 25th, 1992. Nothing explained there, because it was way before November was coming to an end and before December hit. And I do have the Blu-ray for 2013 of Mary Poppins. I thought this was supposed to say, it says 50th, but it says 2013, but it's supposed to say 2014.
Yeah.
Anyways, now let's get on to Mary Poppins Returns, which I know you'll probably like this Flick Love Returns because well, if this one Emily Blunt had to do Mary Poppins instead of the original Julie Andrews. For surprisingly, Julie Andrews, if you know her being in one of the movies, I think it was My Best Friend's Wedding, or I think because Julia Roberts was in 1965's The Sound of Music. So yeah, Julie Andrews couldn't do Mary Poppins in Mary Poppins Returns because I guess she was getting a little too old at that point. Yeah, here's the discs for Mary Poppins. Well,
because she was getting too old.
But some people said that Dick Van Dyke does appear in this remake of Mary Poppins. But yeah, definitely hunt down these Blu-rays of these 2 Mary Poppins films, Flick Love Returns, because luckily these come with DVDs. Yeah. Anyway, Mary Poppins Returns, the sequel to the original Mary Poppins, is done. And I do have the 1971 film Bedknobs and Broomsticks, but if there's something before... Actually, the Herbie film, The Love Bug, comes before Bedknobs and Broomsticks Flick Love Returns because it was a 1968 film.
Yeah.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks is a 1971 film, but the Herbie the Love Bug is 1968. because it released the same year as Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the Love Bug.
Yes, and the same year as Winnie the Pooh and the Bus Street Day.
The short, basically, not. Yep, there's the Love Bug VHS. But there's a 4-movie pack with all the Herbie films if you want to get those. Which I think that's wise for you to do, Flick Clover Returns, as well as get Herbie Fully Loaded on DVD with Lindsay Lohan.
And here is the tape. This is a 1994 VHS, and the print date is May 30th, 1996.
Well, this VHS could have just put out in 93 to commemorate its 15th anniversary of the Love Bug. Or no, 25th anniversary, I mean. Yeah, 25th anniversary in 1993. I know that's the only Love Bug film you have. You don't have Rides Again, Goes to Monte Carlo, and Goes Bananas.
Nope.
Okay, well, hopefully you can find the pack of all those Love Bug movies and watch them. But hopefully, tell me if the parts in Ghost Bananas doesn't bother you, Flick Lover Returns. But you'll like the other ones, Goes to Monte Carlo and Rides Again. Yeah. Anyway, here's Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I think that's... Isn't it? Yeah, it's next. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Holy crap.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a 1994 Masterpiece Collection VHS release.
I think there do exist a 2001 DVD. No, there is a 2001 DVD, but I'm saying is that I hope there's also exists a 2001 VHS release. But I think this one of the reasons because there's a extended 2 hours version. But this Blu-ray I have that has the close to 2 hours version.
Yeah. Print date's January 17th, 1996 on this tape.
And for this one, Flick Clover Returns, I wish this Blu-ray for Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, since it's a 1971 film, this should have gotten in 2016 for the 45th. Yes, is that 45th anniversary in 2016? But Disney didn't do that.
Yeah.
And also, I also know that there's a Freaky Friday version from the 1970s Flick Love Returns, but if you don't have that, I'll just show the Freaky Friday Lindsay Lohan 2003 version, and then we'll go into Pete's Dragon.
Sure.
Okay, here's the only version of Freaky Friday I have, the 2003 Lindsay Lohan version from the 2000s. But surprisingly, because there is another Freaky Friday, but it's going to star these same exact actors, but they've got some new ones to audition for that new I think it's called Freakier Friday, but this one's called Freaky Friday. Or this one, yeah, they switch their personalities in their bodies. That is so bizarre, Flick Love Returns, how the daughter got into her mom's body and the mom got into her daughter's body. They're in each other's bodies.
Yep.
That's so... It's not scary, but it's like one of the freakiest moments I've seen. Or I should say one of the weirdest moments I've seen in a Disney film. Well, I don't know if you've seen the original Freaky Friday from the 70s or this one.
I haven't seen either, but I'm hoping to check those out.
Please do so. They're really funny films, especially because I said this new one called Freakier Friday is coming out very soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, now time for Pete's Dragon.
This is the only Neon Mickey Disney VHS I own.
Yep. Pete's Dragon, yeah. Of that version of Pete's Dragon, yeah. I know about Pete's Dragon. I love Pete's Dragon. This hybrid combination film, not the new one from the 2010s. This one is the best version. This one is much better than the new one. Well, I haven't seen the new Pete's Dragon, so I can't say if I like this one better than the new one. I just have to obviously try it for myself. But I gotta say, this one with the cartoon hand-drawn dragon in this, with live-action people, looks amazing. Just like how I brought this up, it's cool how in the Dragon Tale special, Let's Start a Band, because I know there are the cartoon kids, Max and Emmy, and the cartoon dragons do go to the real world.
Yeah, and I've seen both versions, and I have to agree with you. The original is the best.
Well, you haven't seen the new Pete's Dragon it is an actual live action film, but this is a combination film. Well, you haven't seen the new Pete's Dragon, so you don't know if you like it as much as this one. So,
well, to be honest, I like the old version better.
So yeah, I think I would have to say the original is still better. This version of Pete's Dragon. This really needs to get a 4K release, like, so bad. I wish this got a 4K release.
Yeah. Print date looks a little bit faded, but I can tell what it is. It's August 29th, 1985.
Yeah. Yeah, that was less than a... Well, you know what I mean, because just 1985 was, like, close to the end of the 1980s. And, yeah. And I do have a film from the 1980s that's close to the end of the 1980s that came out the same year as Little Mermaid on DVD for Clover Returns. But if you have something before that of the 1980s, you can show that first.
I don't have any live action films until we get into the 1990s.
So that would be you have to tell me the film from the 90s that you have to show, which we're not going to get to too much later.
All right, it's called Heidi.
Heidi, and it's a 90s film.
Yeah, from 1993.
Okay. All right, and now, this I'll show. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which, yes, it released theatrically in the same year as Little Mermaid, but it came before Little Mermaid, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I still have to get the final two on DVD, Flick Love Returns. I blew up the kid and we shrunk ourselves.
Even though I don't have these on home media, I have watched all three of those films on Netflix before.
Oh, well, these might be on Disney Plus as well. Maybe. But if not, you could just get these on DVD for yourself. Yeah, out of all of these Flick Love Returns, I would have to say, since I'm showing Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, this would be in the second favorite for me. Because of all these three, I like We Shrunk Ourselves the best. This is my second favorite, and I don't think I like Blew Up the Kid as much, but even though it is funny to see the kid, the 2-year-old baby, as big as a giant, which was, I guess that's hilarious in my opinion. But this one I like as my second favorite in my opinion, where this one, when he shrunk the kids by accident, one of the kids was screaming out, "Don't eat me!" That was also seen in the...
Yes, I've seen that in the trailer for Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves on some VHS releases like Toy Story and Bambi and The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
But in the trailer, he says, he promised his shrinking days were over. He says, "All right, Sheep Machine, one last time." He says, "We have critical..." And they say, "Are we shrunk? You shrunk us."
Yeah, and the announcer, whose name happens to be Elliot, does the announcement. Yeah.
And Honey... Yeah, I know this clip from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was heard in the VHS trailer for Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. After the announcer said, when he accidentally shrunk the kids. Yeah. And then the dog bit Wayne on the leg because he was eating one of his kids by accident towards the end of the film.
Yeah, I think there's another part of the trailer when he's like, "You're dead meat, mister!"
Bart, you're only 3/4 tall. It says, "I don't think we're getting enough fabric softener." It says, "Jump! Hang on. To what?" It says, "Oh. It's the tastiest. They're teenage girls. How much can they eat? Watch out! Whoa!" Yeah. Oh, yeah. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Flick Love Returns. Definitely get all these three of the Honey, I films on DVD solo, because I don't like how in the double feature, the last one, We Shrunk Ourselves, is first, and Blew Up the Kid is second. Even though I can technically know when to watch them in order, which makes more sense, but I like to have them all individually on DVD so I can put them displayed in the proper order. Yeah, I know you've seen all three of these Flintstones returns. I'm not sure how you would rank these three films. Probably not the same as me, but I like We Shrunk Ourselves the best.
Yeah. If you're talking about the other announcer Disney hired, I'm pretty sure you're referring to Brian Cummings, Clifford 2000 fan. He's another announcer that Disney hired.
Anyway. And another thing, yeah, like I said, you'll find these eventually Flick Love returns. Luckily, you can get these on plain DV like me. I know they look identical to their VHS counterparts. The reason I also want to get this and the first two, well, the other one, I blew up the kid on Blu-ray. Is like I like how on that one they're widescreen, but this one is unfortunately in full screen. Just to somewhat make my formats even, and the only one I have to live with in full screen is We Shrunk Ourselves. Anyway, that's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But you said Heidi was a 93 film? Mighty Ducks also was in 93. Or wait, you don't have Mighty Ducks.
I don't have any except for the third.
Well, how about after we show Heidi, you will... well, I don't know when Mighty Ducks and Heidi released in 93. I don't know the order of when they originally hit in 93, Heidi and Mighty Ducks. Because if Heidi came before the Mighty Ducks, we'll show Heidi first, then you show the last Mighty Ducks film on VHS. Because it's related to the original Mighty Ducks.
All right. Let me go check the release date for, let's see, the Mighty
Ducks.
That was released on...
Yeah, I should have done our research. Whoops.
That was released in 1992, The Mighty Ducks.
Okay, so you don't have the... But I think to make it safe, Flick Love Return, since even though Mighty Ducks was a 92 film, I think we could... maybe, I don't know if we should show the D3, because it's related to the original Mighty Ducks, and then we show Heidi.
Yeah, we should, because it is related to the Mighty Ducks.
Okay, so you show D3 fast, and then we'll show Heidi. Because I forgot Heidi was a 93 film, because I know Mighty Ducks hit VHS in 93, because it was late 1992 film. Okay, so let's just quickly show off the D3 to Mighty Ducks, I should say. Okay, but luckily I know these last ones off the top of my head right here, from Mr. Magoo 1997 leading up to Tomorrowland 2015. And plus I have some bonus stuff to show you after we're finished with this.
All right. So.
Yep.
I will very, very quickly show off D3 to Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, because it's related to the original 92 Mighty Ducks. Just to be sure, even though I know we like to show stuff in chronological order, but basically we're showing stuff to the original film, technically.
It's a 1996 film and a 1997 VHS.
Okay, 96 film and it's a 97 VHS.
Yes, but the print date is November 22nd, 1996.
November 22nd, 1996. That was the 1-year anniversary of when Toy Story came out in theaters, but this VHS you're showing was shown after Toy Story hit VHS in 96.
Yes.
So that's something new to bring up. And also November 22nd, 1996 marked 28 years, basically 28 years, I should say, and a couple of days from 2 days ago before Mufasa the Lion King hit theaters. I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure I said this right, but anyway. Yeah, there's nothing to say about the Mighty Ducks films except this actor, Emilio someone, does an amazing job playing the hockey coach.
Oh, you mean Emilio Estevez?
Yes, I love that actor. He's an amazing hockey coach in all these Mighty Ducks films. Also, for this Flip Clover Returns, just like me, you should get the first 2 Mighty Ducks on DVD together, and the last 3 D3 Mighty Ducks film on DVD by itself. To save some shelf space, get the first 2 on DVD together, and the third one by itself on DVD. Or if you like the box sets like me, you could get the box set of all 3 of them on DVD separately. Because it reminds me of those... Yeah. Okay, now let's look up on Heidi, a film I have not seen.
All right.
Well, even though I have a VHS called Heidi Flip Clover Returns, but that's a Fox dub version.
Yeah.
But I think we're to show the Disney version.
Yeah, the Disney version. I've heard that Disney has now taken over the rights for 20th Century Fox now.
Yeah, they just did that like years ago. And now, like, I think it's like now Disney and Sony are communicating and doing stuff the right way again, I guess. But anyway, let's look at the VHS of the Disney version of Heidi. Not the Fox dub version.
Let's see. It's a 1993 mini-series.
Mini-series. Okay, well, I was going to say something. If you're going to say you were to show the movie still.
Yeah, I am. I was just looking up.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. There it is.
There we go. Heidi.
That version of Heidi.
Film, 1994 VHS.
Yeah, it's a late 93 film. Makes sense. Makes total sense.
But print date on this copy is June 27th, 1996.
That's a kind of a late 2-year late. That's a later 2-year printing. But if it does have previews like the original VHS, that's cool.
All right. Anyway,
or maybe it updated the previews. I don't know.
It did not even update the previews at all. It kept the original 94 VHS master.
Okay. So now I think we're going to show... Now I'm going to show... Since I don't have any of the Air Bud films yet, Flip Clover Returns. Yes. Or if you need to show something like the... Oh yeah, Flubber goes before Mr. Magoo. Whoops. Or... I'm trying to remember this because...
We'll show off... I know we showed off the live-action 101 Dalmatians when we showed off the animated films back in part 2.
Buena Vista era, to be exact. But I will show something that has something with... you said something about the live-action 101 Dalmatians. I'll show something about it when we get to the bonus stuff later. But for now, let's get into Mr. Magoo and Flubber.
I don't have Mr. Magoo.
But I know you have Flubber.
Yes,
but there will be an original. Yeah, you just show that after I show Mr. Magoo. Yeah, Mr. Magoo goes before Flubber. Hopefully I got this right. Mr. Magoo is before Flubber.
Yeah, and about Air Bud, Michael Jeter, who was Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, in the Elmo's World segments on Sesame Street, he voices the villain in Air Bud.
Oh, yeah, the evil clown. Anyway. And surprisingly, even though in the last 2 Air Bud films, Flip Clover Returns, despite I couldn't watch 7th Inning Fetch, Chantal Strand was in there. The one who voiced Cassie in Dragon Tales was in the last 2 Air Bud films. I was surprised. I guess I'll just own those anyway. Despite I don't like Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch, I own it because of Chantal Strand, Cassie's voice actress from Dragon Tales.
I would be surprised if they made another one, but with Ty Olsson in an Air Bud film. That would have been cool as well.
Yeah, but nah, I don't think Disney made another one. They moved on to a series called Air Buddies, which I didn't. I can't show the Air Buddies films yet because I haven't watched those yet. Mr. Magoo, yeah, I know you haven't seen the cartoon Mr. Magoo or anything this live action film. Luckily, this one, Flip Clover Turns, get this DVD version where it does have the bar saying it's in widescreen, and you'll love Mr. Magoo. Yep, I love how Leslie Nielsen does Mr. Magoo in this hilarious movie.
Oh, he was asking what character Strand played in Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch.
I think she plays the role of this one girl. I think she's Josh's sister, and I think she also plays a girl in Spike's Back.
Yes. In addition,
yeah,
we also know that Andrea Libman also worked for Disney when she voiced Madeline in Madeline Lost in Paris.
Anyway, yep, there's Flubber.
With the late, great Robin Williams.
May he rest in peace. He was also in RV, the original Aladdin, and Aladdin the King of Thieves. He was in Mrs. Doubtfire, Hook, Jumanji, and also in Night.
Yes, he was in a ton of films.
Yeah. I wish we could show off our 20th Century Fox home media collection, Flip Clover Returns, but despite that, because, well, you'll see why when we do it eventually, because for reasons. Okay, yeah, there's the Flubber VHS.
It's a 1998 VHS. I said Andrea Libman. Clip her 2000 fan.
He needs to learn. I don't know. He doesn't understand speech sometimes. Some people don't understand their grammar.
He does, but he makes mistakes, but it's all right.
Well, anyway, yep, let's keep looking at this VHS of Flubber, because I know we've been going on for a long
time. The absent-minded professor.
Maybe we should have shown that at the way earlier on, because I think the absent-minded professor was in the 1960s, but it had to have come out like after the original Parent Trap and before the original Incredible Journey. Should have looked up on research on that first, but whoops.
Yeah, but when we do our 2026 edition of that, we will show that off earlier.
Well, we have to see when the Absent-Minded Professor came out. I don't know when the Absent-Minded Professor came out.
Yes. Anyway, print date is February 20th, 1998. And this was released on April 21st of that year on VHS. And it was released on Thanksgiving Day of 1997 in theaters.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Not only does Jodie Benson appear in this film, where he did the voice of one of the robots, where she did the voices of one of the robots, but Clancy Brown, who was Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob SquarePants, also appears in this film.
I think Clancy Brown, Mr. Krabs' voice actor, had to play a specific person in Flubber. But I know he was the captain of the prison in Shawshank Redemption.
I only have two more live-action Disney films left to show off.
Okay. And luckily I know Max Keeble's Big Move is an October 2001 film, but it's a 2002 DVD release.
Yes. So we will actually show that one off before we get into the Country Bears.
I was saying you have the Country Bears. Okay. So, because Country Bears was 2002 and Max Keeble is 2001. Let's see. That is
My Favorite Martian.
I think this is a 98 film, but it's a 99 VHS.
It's actually both a 99 film and a 99 VHS.
Okay, so it came out early portion of 99, but it hit VHS later in 99. Okay, so I was off better, but luckily I fixed my thing. I fixed my grammar, but anyway, that's the VHS of My Favorite Martian. Let's see what the tape looks like with a
It's an ink label.
Okay.
Print date's July 14th, 1999. And I believe this came out on, I think it was September 21st of 1999.
Well, yeah, the VHS officially came out after Dragon Tales aired on PBS Kids, but this VHS you're showing printed actually, well, a month and a couple of weeks before Dragon Tales.
Yeah. And, all right.
Okay. Okay. Next, I think we're done with. You said you had Country Bears to show, but I'm going to show Max Keeble's Big Move.
Yeah, because that comes before the Country Bears.
Yeah, Country Bears was 2002, and this film is 2001, which came out before Monsters, Inc. hit theaters. Max Keeble's Big Move. In October 2001, to be exact, but this is a 2002 DVD release. Yeah, Max Keeble's Big Move. You should definitely try this for yourself, Flickler Returns, because of some cool actors. Alex D. Linz, because this Alex actor who played the kid Alex in that stupid Home Alone 3 film from 1997, which, yeah, all the 3 Home Alone films after Home Alone 2 are just trash. Flickler Returns. Always stick with the first 2 Home Alones.
Oh, he's also asking what the plot of this film is.
Well, you probably have to review it yourself, but basically what happens is that this kid named Max is a bullied 7th grader, and he thinks he's going to be moving soon, but then there's big news, he's not moving.
Yeah, he's doing absolutely zero right to treat Max Keeble the way they did in the film.
And with the help of his friends, played by these actors, Josh Peck and that actress, who I don't know her name, and there's also the Justin actor who played Reese and Malcolm in the Middle. He's in this film too. But yeah, Josh Peck, who would later be Josh Nichols in the 2004 Nickelodeon sitcom Drake and Josh. Yeah, it's still strange. Josh Peck would play the character Josh in this Nickelodeon series that would come 3 years later in 2004's Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. Max Keeble's Big Move, yeah, you just stick with the DVD version of this Flickler Returns, because I don't like owning this on the VHS. The reason's why, because this DVD is still stuck in full screen. I wish Disney could upgrade this to a Blu-ray, but you could put it with the DVD in widescreen. But for some reason, I guess Disney fans didn't really like this film that much. I can understand some people don't really like Max Keeble's Big Move.
All right.
But yeah, Max Keeble's...
The last live-action film that I have from Disney is Country Bears. This is a 2002 film and VHS from 2002.
Okay, well, this VHS would have had to come out before the Santa Claus 2 hit theaters. Because I know this trailer is also shown in the Santa Claus DVD trailer, on the sneak peeks on the Santa Claus, the original 1994 Santa Claus on DVD, basically. But luckily, I'm not showing any holiday Disney films, Flickler Returns. I'm just going to show bonus Disney stuff that isn't holiday themed.
Here's a dark sticker label. Print date's October 18th, 2002.
Okay. Yep, that was a month and a day after Monsters, Inc. hit VHS and DVD.
Yeah. But it came out in December of that year on VHS and DVD, just on the edge of that year, leading up to 2003.
I don't think the VHS has the Lilo and Stitch home video trailer.
It doesn't. It does have a trailer for Patch's London Adventure.
Okay, that VHS is has something. Yeah, it has the Patches Lawn Adventure. I don't think there's no Inspector Gadget 2 trailer.
There is on that VHS.
Okay, there is an Inspector Gadget 2 trailer, but I think the Inspector Gadget 2 film was just straight to video. I don't think it came out in theaters, Inspector Gadget 2.
Same with George of the Jungle 2.
They were straight to home media sequels. Live action sequels, to be exact.
And it also had a theatrical trailer for the Haunted Mansion at the beginning.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a Piglet's Big Movie trailer on that VHS.
No, there isn't.
Okay, so it's just... A couple of them would be on the Monsters, Inc. VHS, which is the Inspector Gadget 2 trailer. Basically. Okay, so I think we're done with Country Bears. Luckily, I think I did this right, Flick Love Returns. I will show Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Because, well, it came out in theaters April 2003, and the Lizzie McGuire movie was May 2003. Okay, yep, here's Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Luckily, you can find this Blu-ray set, Flick Love Returns, because it puts you in mind of the DVD version, in a way.
Yeah.
Yep, with Jeffrey Rush, Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and this... Keira Knightley, yeah. Yeah, Knightley, that's the actress of Keira who played this Elizabeth. But yeah, this is probably the best Pirates of the Caribbean film I've ever seen. Definitely try this for yourself, Flick Love Returns. Luckily, you get this and the other following Pirates films, as well as the fourth one, Stranger Tides, and Tell No Tales on Blu-ray with DVD. Those are really easy to find, too. Well, yeah, you don't have them yet, and I don't have the last two on Blu-ray yet. Stranger Tides and Dead Man Tell No Tales. Okay, that's it for The Curse of the Black Pearl. Now onto the second one in the series, Dead Man's Chest. Well, at least they put a number to say which is the numbered one in the series, but in the fourth one, the fourth and fifth, they didn't put a number saying what's the fourth and the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean. But luckily on these first three Flick Love Returns, they tell you on the spine what numbered movie they are in the series. Because I guess Disney didn't have a way to burn a patchment for the number 4 and 5 for the last two Pirates films. But yeah, I know that this is the first. This, or Invincible, was the first Disney film from 2006 to show the 2006 version of the Walt Disney Pictures logo, where it's basically the logo. It starts off with clouds and a nighttime sky, and it pans down, and it shows a little train crossing the bridge, and the flag starts flapping in the air. This is the first Disney film I know of 2006. This or Invincible were the first ones, well, one of the first two to have the new Walt Disney Pictures logo from 2006. Since I guess after the old one retired. But anyway, there's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, the second one. Now on to At World's End, the third one in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. This one's also a great Pirates film. I do recommend that. All right, now on to the Lizzie McGuire movie, Flick Love Returns. Luckily, I remembered to do this in the right order. Yep, it's got Hilary Duff in there as Lizzie McGuire. Yeah, I do know that they made a Lizzie McGuire TV series, Flick Love Returns, but But instead of Hilary Duff doing Lizzie McGuire, they use a different actress to do Lizzie McGuire in the TV series.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely try the Lizzie McGuire film, Full Clever Returns. I know this one you haven't seen. A lot of these later Disney live-action films from the 2000s, you've not seen any of them. But yeah, definitely get the DVD version of Lizzie McGuire movie, because even like I said, like Rob with that other film, Muppet Treasure Island at the start, I think to do that fairly, basically, I would just stick with the DVD version. This Lizzie McGuire film, to be exact. But yeah, I definitely recommend the Lizzie McGuire movie, Full Clever Returns. Yes, with Hilary Duff. Anyways, now on to Miracle with Kurt Russell. Yes, we know who he was in. He would be Will Stronghold's dad. Yeah, Will Stronghold's dad in 2005's Sky High. But he plays the coach Herb Brooks. Yep, he's the coach Herb Brooks, Kurt Russell. Yep, there's the inside. Well, there's the Blu-ray of the Miracle movie. Yeah, still trying to find a way I can put the disc 2. Yeah, even though I have to live with some of these films where they put the disc 1 from the 2-disc DVD into these Blu-ray sets. It would have been easier if Disney just covered up the disc, but still the DVD will play in widescreen. Yeah, definitely you should try Miracle Full Clever Returns. I'm pretty sure I'll say, yeah, you're going to probably say all these live-action Disney films I'm showing from 2000s onwards, you have not seen them at all.
Not really.
Oh my gosh. Miracle, you'll have to try. I mean, you don't have to watch them in order like they're displayed in my home media collection. You can just watch any of these, whichever one you like to try for yourself first. Like I brought up most of these, but anyway. Miracle is all done. And 8 Below. Yeah, I heard the ending was really sad of 8 Below Full Clever Returns, but if you watch this, get it on widescreen DVD. I hope you don't get emotional by the ending of when the dogs died getting stuck under the snow. One of the 8 dogs died by getting stuck under the snow, and they had a little crescent for him for his burial thing when they didn't do a funeral for him at the end. One of the 8 dogs that got missing, one of the 8 dogs that died at the end of the film when he got buried under the snow. They just had his little burial thing in the snow for the end credits. Because basically they're trying to... Well, yeah, I shouldn't spoil this for you because you haven't seen 8 Below.
Well, that's okay.
But hopefully hunt down the DVD version widescreen edition, like it's in Blu-ray widescreen, like my Blu-ray version, but get the widescreen edition DVD. Or if you're lucky like me, I know you don't want to do this like I told you in my stream I did a long time ago, Full Clever Returns. Don't get the same movie on different movie formats because you really just need one version of the film. But definitely get this on the 2 DVD versions, basically, because this was never released on VHS in America. I think this was the last live-action Disney film, as far as I know. Well, this was the first live-action Disney film in the US to not get a VHS release. Sky High and Herbie Fully Loaded got a VHS in 2005, but they're rare. They're very rare to find. But luckily, Disney stopped doing VHSs for these live-action films in 2006. This film is only on DVD, which is good. Get the widescreen and full-screen DVDs. Okay, Invincible is next with Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was also in the Two Daddies Home films. He's also in The Other Guys with Will Ferrell. He's also in the two Ted films. And I know he's in many other great films. And also, when I show Underdog next, Flick Lover Turns, I actually do have both the DVD and the Blu-ray versions to show.
All right.
But anyway, let me just show Invincible really fast. This is a great 2006 football. I don't want to say it's a drama, but it's more of like a comedy. You should try out this comedy for yourself, Flick Lover Turns. This one you can get on Blu-ray with a DVD inside. And what the heck was that noise?
Oh, that was just my dad trying to, like, he's in the window doing something. He's like trying to.
Yeah, I heard what you're saying. I was just seeing what was going on your screen. But anyway, here's the inside of Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, Invincible. I definitely recommend trying this out. Flick Returns. Luckily, you can get this on Blu-ray and DVD. Now on to Underdog. I will show the DVD version first. I'm surprised this you could choose widescreen or full screen. Well, for the DVD release, you should get this. Yeah, you can only get this on plain DVD for this movie, Underdog. And I brought this up, Flick Returns. There's a Lady the Tramp reference in this 2007 superhero dog film. There's one Lady and the Tramp reference in here. Well, as I bring up the Blu-ray, yeah, there is a Lady the Tramp reference. Yes, because I said this film came 6 years after its sequel, Scamp's Adventure, hit VHS and DVD. And this film came out 52 years after the original Lady and the Tramp came out. But yeah, here's the Blu-ray of Underdog. Definitely get this. Well, not the Blu-ray, but get the DVD version. I just showed briefly Flick Love Returns because luckily, yeah, that one you can choose widescreen or full screen and it's a DVD only release. So it looks like Underdog and 8 Below you'll have to get on plain DVD because they didn't put this on Blu-ray and DVD together, which sucked. Well, I don't say this movie sucks in my opinion. Underdog. This Blu-ray's awesome. It just sucks you have to get it on plain DVD because, like I said, you have just a plain DVD player.
Yeah.
I'll say this version of Underdog you get. I can keep both the DVD and Blu-ray for obvious reasons because I like to have my Blockbuster media collection larger. Anyway, Underdog. Yeah, I have to watch it through the DVD. Flick Love Returns. And now here's my stack all done. Here comes the next one. Yeah, time to turn my camera a bit. Now let's go on to here's another 2008 Disney film that released in late 2008, but didn't hit Blu-ray till 2009, along with both, that being Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler. Flick Lover Returns.
Wow.
This is one particular cool Disney film where Adam Sandler stars in. Despite I have all the other Adam Sandler films by Columbia Pictures, Universal, New Line Cinema.
I wonder if Adam Sandler appeared in WB films as well.
I can look up the films. Well, you'll have to look for yourself, but anyway.
I'll have to look.
Just look up filmography for Adam Sandler and see if you can see a WB film that he's actually in. But I do know that Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson are in a Warner Brothers film. which is Starsky and Hutch. But anyway, bedtime stories. You should definitely try this for yourself, Flick Live Returns. Yeah, it's not. I know this one that he doesn't tell the kids stories. A Dragon Tales story, no, but he tells them different kind of bedtime stories. With this one, Skeeter is played by Adam Sandler. Yeah, he's babysitting his sister's children, so that means he's the uncle of his sister's kids. He's the uncle of these two kids.
Adam Sandler was in Coneheads, which was made by Paramount, as well as Airheads, made by 20th Century Fox.
He is in Paramount's The Longest Yard, which is a remake of the original Longest Yard. But anyway, yeah, bedtime stories, Flick Live Returns. Absolutely try this Adam Sandler Disney adventure film.
He was also in Dirty Work, which was made by MGM.
I've not seen Dirty Work, so I don't know anything about that. Let's see. I know you're looking up some other films that Adam Sandler's in, but I have some great ones by far. But anyway, bedtime stories. You should definitely try out this film, Flick Live Returns, and I will not spoil it for you, I promise.
All right.
But yeah, like I said, yeah, late 2008 Disney film, live action Disney film, and this is a 2009 Blu-ray. And luckily for these last two of 2009, I put them in the proper order. Hannah Montana the movie obviously goes before G-Force, because the Blu-ray hit somewhere in the fall of 2009, and G-Force was very late 2009 on Blu-ray. So this one's next, Hannah Montana the movie. I'd say if you don't want to watch Hannah Montana the movie, Flick Live Returns, be my guest and pass on this film. But the only reason I hold on to it, because it's a guilty pleasure, because my sister loved Hannah Montana when she was little. Yep, Miley Cyrus is in there, playing both Miley Stewart and dresses up as Hannah Montana.
Oh, that was just my dad knocking at the window.
Huh? Oh, okay. Start with that. Anyway, Hannah Montana the movie. I definitely recommend this. Well, if you don't want to watch it, Flick Live Returns, best to pass on this for you, because I know you like some movies where it has a boy as a main character. But yeah, that's Hannah Montana the movie all done. I just have 3 more live action Disney films left. Flick Live Returns. Here's something new: G-Force. Yep, does have Steve Buscemi in there, playing one of the guinea pigs. Steve Buscemi, who he was in, well, some films. He was in Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University as Randall Boggs. And he was also in Billy Madison, Flick Live Returns. Steve Buscemi, who was in this movie, and he was also in Monsters, Inc.
Wow.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi, and he's also in some other films like that. Anyway, G-Force, yep. And sorry about that little scratch on my Blu-ray, Flick Live Returns. I'll probably have to get another disc. But this is the DVD that I got from the one that I got from Goodwill. And yep, digital copy, which you can't use it. Well, you can technically still play the digital copy disc. I doubt this will still work to this day, even though it says you just need a PC. But I don't think you have a PC to play digital copies. If you got this Blu-ray set, like Hannah Montana the movie and bedtime stories. G-Force, yeah. It's a really fun, action-packed guinea pig film, Flick Live Returns. And they play the song I Got a Feeling during the credits. Well, little Easter egg if you like hearing that song, I Got a Feeling.
Yeah, that was
performed by
done by the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, performed by the band Black Eyed Peas. I think the Black Eyed Peas also performed this other song called The Time of My Life. I think they were the same people who performed The Time of My Life, or no, I think it was a different band, but anyway. G-Force, oh man, Flip Clever Turns. Definitely watch G-Force. I forgot this movie existed. I wanted to watch this so badly when I was a kid, but now I got my dream come true, and I watched it through on this, well, through the DVD, but then I upgraded to this Blu-ray set, basically. But yeah, definitely get the Blu-ray set. This one comes with DVD. Okay, now on to 2011's The Muppets Disney film. Yep, where it states this quote: "One of the best best films, period." Like they showed on the 1992 VHS of Beauty and the Beast. Jason Segel, yeah.
I've seen this film in theaters. I believe there is a scene where Miss Piggy breaks down and hears at something being torn apart, or
like in this portion of the movie, like it's before. I think this is before they go to set up the Muppet Theater again.
Yeah,
I think it's somewhere in the middle portion of the movie, but before they go up to set up the Muppet Theater again. Yeah, I still need to get Muppets Most Wanted on Blu-ray Flip Clever Turns. Luckily, you can get these two Muppets films on Blu-ray, like this version I have, or there's one with the green border you can get, which it makes sense because it's a Muppets film and Muppets are green. The Muppets thing is green. But you can get this Blu-ray set like me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely get the Muppets 2011 film. Well, on this Blu-ray set. And the last live-action film I have in this collection, Flip Clever Returns, and then we're getting to the bonus stuff. Tomorrowland. Yeah, I remember seeing this in the theaters. At the very end of my 11th grade year of high school, Flip Clever Returns, I saw this in the theaters with my high school class. It was a very stunning, futuristic movie. I remember, yeah, when I saw this, I didn't see a trailer for this, but I remember seeing this in the theaters. It was so great. You'll love Tomorrowland, Flip Clever Returns.
All right.
And okay. And yes, I brought this up. There's one Star Wars reference with the Han Solo on Carbonite in one of the stores when the girl played by Casey's played by Britt Rock. Yeah, this girl Casey is being chased by the store's clerks, and they start ramming into stuff. And the Han Solo and Carbonite makes a very loud noise when it fell onto the floor. Well, I mean, I know you don't have. I don't know if you have the original Star Wars trilogy. I don't know if you still don't have that yet. Flip Clever Returns, the original Star Wars trilogy, where yes, they turn Han Solo into Carbonite, and the Empire Strikes Back, and he gets free from the Carbonite in Return of the Jedi. I want to say, no, you don't have all the Star Wars films on Blu-ray with DVDs quite yet. But I mean, if you've seen that scene in Empire Strikes Back where Han is turned into a Carbonite, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Tomorrowland. Definitely try this Flip Clever Returns. Even if it might give you a little teary-eyed, you'll love this film. Yep, that is the final one for the live-action films in my portion in my screen. Tomorrowland. But that means we're done with the main collection. But I do have some cool bonus stuff to show you. And there was something I wanted to show off before, just like I did in the bonus thing back in 2024 last year, Flip Clever Returns, but I will just show just the original film when we get to it. as I was saying, I will show you these cool versions, these platinum editions of all these Disney animated films. First off, I'm going to show you this first one. Obviously, we got to start off with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, this platinum edition DVD from 2001, which looks very identical to the DVD counterpart. The platinum edition DVD counterpart, well, the VHS counterpart, which I will maybe hunt this down one of these days, Flick Lover returns. Well, hunt it down, the platinum edition VHS from 2001, but I'll show you the DVD counterpart that came out at the same time as it. Yeah, I know you don't have... Yeah, the reason I picked out this version, Flick Lover Returns, is because sometimes I just can't stand clear discs. I like these platinum editions where they have nice, colorful artwork. And this case is stylized. This case is stylized, I should say, not sterilized, almost like saying paralyzed, but stylized in the same way as if you got the Thomas releases of Thomas, Best of Thomas, and Best of James on DVD with the CD sampler back in the day. This is what this case reminds me of. Look at this turning page style. And it's also used in the live action 101 Dalmatians 2-pack on DVD. And a specific two-disc DVD release of Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks. This page style, I don't know if you have any DVDs in this page style DVD case, Flick Lover Returns, where one page has the first disc, but you open the other page, that's the bonus disc. If you don't have any DVDs like in this style case, Flick Lover Returns, I totally understand. But anyway, yeah, this version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Flick Lover Returns, this one I'm going to use for a special project later, because I don't like how on the 2009 Diamond Edition? Yeah, the Diamond Edition started in 2009. Well, it had to make sense, because I think they did something with Fantasia or something. I like how this Platinum Edition, along with the other bonus ones I'll show, but even though I've already showed already, I like how these ones have the full color artwork rather than just their boring, with the reflective clear discs, because I fear I'm going to get fingerprints on their clear discs. This one I picked out because it's got, like, with vibes when I saw that live action Snow White Flick Lover Returns. Yeah, let's all just say the original Snow White is, and the Seven Dwarfs animated version is better. But anyway, yeah, this Platinum Edition of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Flick Lover Returns, I'd say, if you were lucky enough, you could buy some replacement Blu-ray cases off Amazon that holds 3 discs, and you can put this into the Signature Collection Blu-ray you'll find eventually soon. Because like I said, I like how these ones I'm going to put into my Blu-ray sets. These have full color, so I don't have to worry about scratching the top of the discs. But like I said, you don't have any DVDs that are in this style of case where it's 2 pages. I think you're leaning towards a no. Don't have any Disney DVDs that are in this style of case where it's 2 pages. Oh yeah, that's the animated Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Platinum Edition 2001 DVD. But yeah, I think this is the reason I'm just bringing this up. Yes, because I saw the live action Snow White from almost a weeks ago from Tomorrow Flick Lover Returns. I didn't really like the live action Snow White that much. I mean, you haven't seen it yet, the live action Snow White. So, you haven't seen the live action Snow White yet. But yeah. And here's something, I'm going to show this again, Flick Lover Returns. I will show the 2006 Platinum Edition. I'm just showing the Platinum Edition of Lady and the Tramp, the original, by itself again. Because actually the reasons why, well, you'll see, even though, yes, the reason I have this in a pattern between the 1998 Masterpiece Collection VHS, the one that came out when I was a baby, and the 2018 Signature Collection Blu-ray, because like I said, I don't like this Lady and the Tramp that much, because that's why I put them in pattern, because if it's a film I don't care for that much, but I have it in the collection. The reasons why I want to keep this Platinum Edition in my collection, actually, is because there's an option on when you go to the main menu on this DVD, when you pop in the movie disc 1, if you want to choose play widescreen or play full screen, I would choose the play full screen option on this DVD, because I want to have my formats even, with another Platinum Edition I'll show later, Flick Lover Returns, well, actually next, which has something to do with my formats in my whole media collection blockbuster, to make the even formats with 2 of them full screen and 2 in widescreen. Because obvious reasons, the 2018 Signature Collection Blu-ray, the DVD and the Blu-ray in that set are in widescreen. This one I would just choose the play full screen option. Even though I did my opening to this DVD like a while ago, Flick Love Returns, both this and the second disc, I chose that because the reason I chose play widescreen, just to do the opening video, but if I was to do this for fun, I would choose the play full screen option on the menu on this DVD, Flick Love Returns. Because you know how the play widescreen and play full screen option is also laid out the same way as you've got the 2003 DVD of A Bug's Life? Or the Gold Classic Collection DVD version of A Bug's Life.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep this Platinum Edition of the first Lady and the Tramp, because the reasons why is because I would just choose a practice video. Well, I would choose the play full screen option to make the formats even. Well, anyway, yeah, I know, definitely I'm going to keep this Platinum Edition of Lady and the Tramp, actually. Just to make them in patterns, just to make it, show it off to the audiences anyway. But anyway, here's something new, Flick Love Returns. These are the two new Platinum Editions I want to show now. Here is the 2008 Platinum Edition DVD of 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember I wanted this DVD so badly as a kid, Flick Love Returns, but luckily I found this at the store that sells DVDs that you can't find in stores today. And the reason I'm keeping this version of 101 Dalmatians Platinum Edition DVD has a separate full screen. Well, on the back, I'm surprised this is still in full screen, 101 Dalmatians, but in the Blu-ray Diamond Edition set, the DVD and Blu-ray they play in widescreen, as well as the 92 VHS, which I'm not going to pull off my shelf. Maybe this is another reason I'm going to keep this Lady and the Tramp and the next Platinum Edition. Because also another rule when I showed Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs earlier, Flick Love Returns, on the Platinum Edition DVD from 2001, is because even though Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is always in full screen, is to try out these different variations of the movie. This movie, along with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, are the exception I could have my VHS 1992 Black Diamond Classics release, VHS of 101 Dalmatians, the animated version, and because I said we did not show the live-action version of 101 Dalmatians, the reason I'm going to get, well, the 2008 DVD release of Patch's Lawn Adventure, since I have this DVD, Flick Love Returns, I'm going to get the 2008 DVD of Patch's Lawn Adventure with the slipcover, just so I can have this Patch's Lawn Adventure and the live-action 101 Dalmatians on plain DVDs with slip covers. I know you didn't have this Platinum Edition growing up like me. But this is another reason I'm going to hold on to this 101 Dalmatians 1961 animated version 2008 Platinum Edition DVD Flick Love Returns, because of the even formats. See, like I said, look how it says full screen on the back, because I'm pretty sure that's the case. But the DVD and Blu-ray and my Blu-ray set, they're in widescreen, and the VHS is always in full screen. This is the reason I'm going to keep this Platinum Edition of 101 Dalmatians, kind of like with Lady and the Tramp. But yeah, you should. I know you don't want to get this and the Blu-ray set of 101 Dalmatians Flick Love Returns, because that'd be silly talk. Because you really just need one version of a disc-based format, and that's it. But anyway, 101 Dalmatians Platinum Edition DVD, and also this one. the Cruella de Vil music video is performed by Selena Gomez, who was, yes, we all know she was in Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah, I think if you found this DVD Flick Love Returns, you could probably use it for a specific video you can do. Well, and it's something with my Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Platinum Edition DVD I showed earlier. I should explain this. Actually, if I did get these movies just to make my Disney home media blockbuster much bigger, Flick Love Returns, is that the DVD versions with no slipcovers can go in my plain DVD section. But ones that did have a slipcover, ones that did come with slipcovers, I would put them into my Blu-ray sets. But this one, since it's in full screen, I'm going to leave it in my DVD-only section. Just because I like the nostalgia poster art, which I like seeing this poster art. But anyway, 101 Dalmatians Platinum Edition DVD from 2008. I think you can review this if you want, Flick Love Returns, if you get the Blu-ray set eventually, and this, just to explain out the movie review. But yeah, 101 Dalmatians 2008 Platinum Edition DVD of the 1961 anime version. Since I know this one's in full screen, along with this DVD version of the Sword in the Stone Flick Love Returns, it has a slipcover, but it's going in my DVD only section because it's in full screen. Is that thing. But anyway, yeah, that's all done with the 101 Dalmatians. As we all know, the famous Cruella de Vil, which is also heard, I'm pretty sure it's played the same way in the live action 101 Dalmatians. The way, yeah. Alright. Now, I will show this variant on plain DVD of the Jungle Book Flick Love Returns. Well, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yep, this is the version of the Jungle Book I want to show off. Yep, the 40th anniversary edition from 2007. Yes, you told me this one. Thank God, this one doesn't have a little Einstein's trailer.
Yes, it doesn't have that. I told you.
You told me that, baby. The reason I would keep this version of the Jungle Book 2007 40th anniversary edition Platinum Edition DVD, even though despite I'm glad this one's in widescreen. Yeah, if it says it's in, because the call-in means these numbers means it's in full screen, or numbers bigger than that means it's in widescreen. But the reason I would keep this DVD version of the Jungle Book Flick Love Returns, not only because it would just keep me in a pattern, because I like this and the Jungle Book 2 back to back to back, is because this has the version of the music video I Want to Be Like You with the Jonas Brothers. You know the Jonas Brothers Flick Love Returns. Their names are Joe, Nick, and Kevin. But yeah, they're named the Jonas Brothers, and one of their names is Joe. You know the Jonas Brothers, right? Flick Love Returns. They're an amazing band.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, one of their boys' names is named Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would listen to their version of the I Want to Be Like You music video. But I'm not sure what sneak peeks are on this DVD, to be honest, since there's no little Einstein's trailer. I want to say that I'll have to look for this DVD to be sure. I'll have to look through this DVD one of these days.
Yeah, but at the beginning of the DVD, before the contents, there is no trailer for that. Maybe it's only in the sneak peek section, but not shown as the actual trailers on the DVD before the film starts.
Yeah, I would say that too, but like I said, I could just keep this DVD for reasons, because also the other reason Flick Love Returns is because I brought this up earlier. I will get the Jungle Book 2 on the DVD version from 2003, but put it next to this version because I want to have all their movies lined up with their sequels in a way. But I showed 101 Dalmatians earlier. I'm actually going to get Patch's Lawn Adventure on the 2008 2008 DVD of Patch's Lawn Adventure, so that way I can have all the 101 Dalmatians movies on DVD, on regular DVD. All 3 of them have slipcovers, but 102 Dalmatians doesn't have a slipcover. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, the Jungle Book. This version of the Jungle Book 1967 version, and it's a 40th anniversary DVD from 2007. If you're a fan of the Jonas Brothers Flick Love Returns, I think get this DVD maybe for just the music video's sake.
I've watched that DVD before when I got it at a unknown, let's say, unknown library, which I'm not going to say the name of.
Yeah, but if you want to get, like I said, you could just get this again for old time's sake, just to try out just listen to the Jonas Brothers version of the I Want to Be Like You music video. And I forgot to check with... Well, okay, there's nobody that performs the different version of the Bella Note music video in the original Lane the Tramp. But this one, Jonas Brothers does the I Want to Be Like You one. The Cruella de Vil one is by Selena Gomez. But yeah, I will get like I said, like these ones, like I said, Flick Love Returns, as I'm showing this last one of the movies on plain DVD, the ones that didn't get a slipcover, I will put them into the DVD section of my home media library. For example, Robin Hood, that I know there's a plain DVD of Robin Hood that isn't full screen, it's the Gold Classic Collection DVD release. And the similar thing with, what is it, The Rescuers? Well, no, Rescuers is in widescreen on DVD, but I do know there's the Gold Classic Collection DVD of The Rescuers Down Under Flick Love Returns, which, yeah, because I would like to hunt it down. But yeah, I know. Yeah, and the way that Baloo sings the... I could sing both the versions of how Phil Harris and John Goodman do the Bare Necessities. I know how the Phil Harris one goes. Look for the bare necessity, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries. I mean no bare necessity. The Mother Nature with just the bare necessities of life. And then the Jungle Book 2 one, Flick Love Returns, where basically after Mowgli says to him, then hit it, Papa Bear. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and
Yeah. And let's not forget the ending of the film where Sebastian Cabot acts as Bagheera, sings one part of it, the forget about your worries and your strife part near the end of the film.
Oh yeah, I remember listening to that. It was good, yeah. Well, also doing the bare necessities in Jungle Book 2 Flick Love Returns are basically how John Goodman does do Baloo is this is when you pick up paw. Yeah. When he tells Mowgli not to touch those things.
Yeah,
anyway.
They were very prickly.
Yeah. Or like, yes, and they do reprise the bare necessities at the end of Jungle Book 2. It's more orchestral if you've seen Jungle Book 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The ending where they reprise bare necessities again. I like this funny portion at the end of the Jungle Book 2 Flick Love Returns where Rajan is playing with Bagheera's tail. He tries to catch his tail. It's despite like I don't even at least like Rajan he spoke in the Jungle Book 2. I think, yeah, because like I said, due to Connor Funk voicing Rajan in Jungle Book 2. He was playing with Bagheera's tail, and he was riding on Bagheera at the end of the film when they were reprising Bare Necessities again. But yeah, this version of the Jungle Book is done, Flick Love Returns. And now, since I got some upgrades to these ones, Flick Love Returns, but I will show the classic cartoon favorites ones last, like I did in the one from last year. Here's Disney Princess Stories again, but I do have volumes 1 and 2. Yep, here's volume 1, which I showed a lot before. But here's the new edition. Volume 2 is being added. This one is called Tales of Friendship. Yeah, sorry if I'm showing some girly stuff in this Flick Love Returns, but it's fine. I like Disney princesses. But at least they have one of my favorite princesses on there, Ariel, but she's in her mermaid form, and this one she was in her princess form on the first volume. Yep, there's Aurora on the back, who was the Sleeping Beauty princess. Yep. And here's this new thing, Flick Love Returns. This was called Princess Enchanted Tales, Follow Your Dreams. This would say like this, we could have actually gotten a Sleeping Beauty sequel. Which, yes, this is 2007 DVD. Unfortunately, I think this DVD does have a little Einstein's trailer, but I do know that there is a trailer for High School Musical 2 on here. Yeah, I think this was probably saying this. It says like here, it says featuring Sleeping Beauty's first new story since the beloved classic of Sleeping Beauty foreshadows that we could have gotten a proper animated Sleeping Beauty sequel in animation style. Flick Love Returns. That's what I know. But yeah, this Princess Enchanted Tales, Follow Your Dreams. Yeah, like I said, I'm still not happy there's a little Einstein's trailer on this DVD. Well, I didn't look. I'm pretty sure I looked through this DVD just to be sure. Yes, unfortunately there's a little Einstein's trailer on here. But yeah, I think these DVDs are worth adding. Flick Love Returns, despite like you like the animated Disney princesses films better. These are worth adding, I guess. And I know this is based off a kid's book, Flick Love Returns, but this is a Disney release of this children's book called The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh my gosh, I used to have that DVD.
Well, you can always get it again. It looks just like this. Yeah, this is really worth getting. If you grew up liking the Very Hungry Caterpillar book as a kid, well, it says in other stories, yeah. Yeah, sorry about all the marks on my cover, Flick Love Returns. I'll probably just get another case. The disc is in... Let me check. It's only 32 minutes. This disc is a little bit damaged, but I think it'll still play, despite... Look at this artwork. It's not that badly water damaged. It's just got some residue like that. Oh shit. Sorry, I apologize for the language. Wait. Yep. Yeah, you can always get this DVD back one of these days, Flick Love Returns. It's really easy to find. Yes, make sure it has this illustration of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Okay, that's all done. Now we go. Here's a Disney sing-along songs release at Walt Disney World. Flick Love Returns. Yep, it does have some of these songs from. It has one of the songs from the Disney animated films. It has the Jungle Book Bare Necessities in this DVD. Flick Love Returns. But I'm pretty sure it plays the original. Well, this DVD came out in 2005. They could have played either the one from the Jungle Book 2 or the original Jungle Book. It's either one of the two because this DVD came out in 2005, or this release might have originally came out on VHS before the Jungle Book 2 hit VHS, and this DVD's from 2005. Maybe this originally came out on VHS before 2005. Well, it's, 50th anniversary Disneyland Resort. all know Walt Disney World. If you know the Walt Disney Company show for the promo for Walt Disney World's 25th anniversary, that's on the Toy Story VHS Flick Liver Returns. It would have been its 25th anniversary in 1996. And then it would have been its 45th in 2016. Yeah. I'm going to have to look through this DVD Flick Liver Returns to see if it will play either the original Bare Necessities from the first Jungle Book or from the second one. Because I have to look up when this release originally hit VHS.
I'm pretty sure it might have the original version.
Yeah. Like I said, I praise both Phil Harris and John Goodman for doing an amazing job performing that song, The Bare Necessities. Because I'm pretty sure I just have to figure out when this release originally hit VHS, because we all know the Jungle Book 2 was 2003. But yeah, sing-along songs at Walt Disney World. I think this is worth adding to your collection if you like listening to songs on DVDs rather than just getting them on CDs. Flick Liver Returns. This DVD is worth a try. It also has this song, Coming Round the Mountain. Man, I remember listening to that song, Coming Round the Mountain, on an I Love Toy Trains VHS, Flick Liver Returns, which was part 3, where they sing She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. Oh man, I love Coming Round the Mountain. That's a really great song from my childhood. Yeah, sure, these are childhood songs, like if you're this one, and I'm not sure what By the Beautiful Sea was from. Okay, but yeah, this DVD's all done. Flick Liver Returns. Now we go on to the now I show the last 4, which are these classic cartoon favorites. They're still the same way, but I will find the other ones. First off, we're gonna do Volume 3, starring Goofy. Oh, yo, oh,
Oh,
is this? Hi, everybody. It's me, Goofy. Oh, yo. Yep, starring Goofy. Definitely worth this. Or as he says, gorge. That's the way of saying gosh, but I was saying gorge. Yeah. Yeah. Or I should hold up again with Goofy saying gorge.
Yes, he does. He showed a Goofy movie way back in part 3.
Oh, wait, starring Goofy. These are really worth adding to the collection. Flick Liver Returns. I still got to get the other ones, Mickey, Donald, and the other 5 and 6 volumes. And I do have one of the holiday ones, but I don't think I'm going to show those quite yet. Flick Liver Returns, the holiday ones, because it's not really Christmas yet. So I'm just going to skip out on those. But I will say this: the holiday favorites, the classic cartoon favorites, volume 8 or 9 DVD has a trailer for the Platinum Edition DVD of Lady and the Tramp. I'm pretty sure it's on volume 9. Despite I have to watch what I'm doing for the trailer for the Lady and the Tramp Platinum Edition trailer, I'm surprised they did not show the scene of the baby in his crib in that trailer. When I got through it when I was looking through an opening video to the Platinum Edition VHS of Cinderella Flick Liver Returns, they didn't show any of those bad parts. Just these parts with the announcer saying this and blah blah blah. It's also seen on that classic Holiday Stories 2005 DVD, which I have, which I'm not going to show because it's not Christmas yet. Yep. Starring Goofy. Yep. That's all done. Now we go on to starring Chip and Dale, which luckily, luckily Disney knew how to tell these twins apart. Yeah. Red nose is Dale and black nose is Chip. And another way you can tell them apart, Flick Liver Returns, is that Chip has one tooth hanging out while Dale has 2. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how to do an impression of Chip and Dale. But I do praise the voice actors for voicing them. The way they're voiced is so funny. Chip and Dale are the most funniest characters I've ever seen. I think I do know how to do... Since you know how to do Pluto's barky impression, Flick Love Returns, maybe I'll try it myself. Roll, 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 roll. I think that was the good Pluto impression.
Yes. And believe it or not, he's voiced by the same actor who did Goofy, Bill Farmer.
Yeah, or like he does this when he sticks his tongue out.
There was a Pluto short on the 1999 VHS releases of The Rescuers and the 101 Dalmatians. In The Rescuers, Pluto gets covered in gum in the short, and in the 101 Dalmatians, he gets like stuck in a straight hanger or something.
Yeah. Yep. Chip and Dale. Number 4 of the classic cartoon favorites. I recommend this DVD. Okay. Extreme Adventure Fun. I'll have to look through this 2005 DVD to see if it doesn't have a trailer for the show Little Einstein's coming to Playhouse Disney, because
I've watched the DVD before. It doesn't.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure, because I'm going to save this last DVD for last, that was the first classic cartoon favorites to unfortunately show a Little Einstein's trailer. One of them of 2006, that is. Anyway, Extreme Adventure Fun. I still have to give this a try for myself. I mean, there's also the sports version. There's also the music. Yeah?
I used to have Extreme Music Fun with that purplish pink cover with Mickey.
Yeah, it could take some scenes from Make My Music and Melody Time, which I don't have those yet. Yeah. All right. Yep. Here's the DVD for Extreme Adventure Fun. And just like how I ended off the last year's one, Flick Love Returns, we're going to do the same way. To the last one, we're going to finish it off to save some time. Best Pals, Mickey and Minnie, number 10 of the classic cartoon favorites. Basically, Mickey goes, "Hi, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse." I think that was the good Wayne Allwine Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2009. And
This DVD was... Yeah.
And Brett Iwan took over as Mickey after Wayne Allwine passed away.
Yeah, and for... I think for Minnie Mouse, I could... Because her voice is so sweet, in my opinion. I don't know how to do a Rushy Taylor Minnie Mouse impression, even though I did a great job at Wayne Allwine's Mickey Mouse.
You know, Chantal Strand could have easily been offered the role of Mickey Mouse, because her doing Cassie almost sounds like Mickey Mouse in a way.
Well, Minnie Mouse in a way, yeah.
Minnie Mouse, excuse me. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It was an accident, but anyway. Yeah. And yeah, the reason I have this, because they're my favorite boyfriend and girlfriend of all time. Well, not just all-time boyfriend and girlfriend, but just somewhere in my list. Yes, I still like them as my favorite Disney couple, in a way. Just my favorite Disney couple, yeah. They're and it's just in my top list. They're in somewhere my top list of favorite couples in general. Or like what I can think, and I noticed I was trying to do this impression, like when you did the Donald, be nice to people.
Donald!
Or like in the scene in Donald's Big Balloon Race from season 1 of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, when Donald gets so annoyed at Pete, and then Mickey says to him, "Now, Donald, no name calling." Yeah, everyone knows how to do a great Donald Duck impression, the Disney character, not the... Yeah. But I will admit, Rushy Taylor's Minnie Mouse voice is sweet and adorable. Even though I can do Mickey, Goofy, and Donald's impressions and Pluto's impressions really well. But I do know when they do the announcement, the roll call announcement in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Flick Clover Returns, when a guy announces roll call, when they do Mickey and Minnie last, that's still Rushy Taylor's Minnie Mouse voice. Basically goes, oh, here.
Yeah. And They Might Be Giants was the one that did the music for the theme song. Wrote the music for it.
Yep. I do know the They Might Be Giants. They're a great band. Yeah. Yes, this was the first classic cartoon favorites to unfortunately have a Little Einsteins DVD coming out later on in 2006 that year. Because it makes just sense because this DVD came out in either January, February, or March 2006, but that Little Einsteins DVD was not till April 2006. But luckily, it's not the first. That bad Little Einsteins trailer is not the first one sneak peek on this DVD. I actually do know the order of how they go on this DVD. In the order it goes on this DVD, Flick Love Returns. Basically, the first sneak peek is the Little Mermaid Platinum Edition sneak peek. Then it's the Dumbo Special Edition trailer. Then it's the Fox and the Hound 2 trailer. Then the Bad Little Einsteins trailer is after Fox and the Hound 2. And then after the Bad Little Einsteins trailer, it goes to... It's both the Leroy and Stitch trailer and the Brother Bear 2 trailer. And after those two, it's that Learning Activities release. And the last... I guess all the good trailers make up for that Bad Little Einsteins trailer. The last one that I put it as the last of the last 4 good trailers is What's the Surprise Flick Love Returns, The Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure Special Edition 2006 DVD, which would trailer saying it would be coming to VHS and DVD in the fall of 2000, but the actual release date would have been June 2006 for that special edition version of Lady and the Tramp, which I actually want to put that 2006 DVD of Scamp's Adventure into my Blu-ray set of Scamp's Adventure as the DVD replacement, and the 2001 DVD can sit in my DVD-only section of my Disney releases on DVD only, next to the Platinum Edition of the first Lady and the Tramp. Because I know that VHS is so rare of Scamp's Adventure, the 2006 one to be exact, but as I said, the DVD is the easiest of Scamp's Adventure to find. The 2006 DVD of Scamp's Adventure is much, much easier to find.
Wow.
Yep. As I guess that means, I guess since I'm holding this, I think that means we are done. As we'll say, we gotta say this right. And so we'll say, as Mickey would say, since we're all done,
see ya real soon.
Goodbye, everyone. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Roll, roll, roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we do the Warner Brothers collection, we could end it off with Porky's line from Looney Tunes,
Yep.
but we won't do that until much, much later.
I know. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go Flick Love Returns. Thanks so much for having me on this stream tonight. I will see you in a couple weeks for a stream on your side in June. On June 6th. Yeah. Yep. And I'll go ahead and go. Thanks for having me on tonight. I will see you in a couple weeks for a stream on your side in June.
All right.
See ya.
Anyway, I have just I've recently uploaded the DVD of Stone Age music stories and melodies. What do you think of it? Um, yeah. I came up with this DVD because I am both a big fan of the Flintstones and am also a big fan of making music. So that's when I decided to come up with a DVD of the Flintstones Stone Age music stories and melodies. I often like to come up with my own ideas, put them all together to make something fantastic, and look what you get. You get your very own imagination, and now, let's see. It will be that Stone Age Music Stories and Melodies DVD. That will be the first release to commemorate with the 40th anniversary of the show. And the release date I chose for that DVD is February 1st, 2000. And guess what else was released on February 1st of 2000 besides that DVD? Believe it or not, February 1st, 2000 was also the day that this VHS of Elmo's World came out. The very first volume, Dancing, Music, and Books. That was released on VHS on February 1st of 2000. If you remember, I have done a video where I did a DVD menu walkthrough for all 6 Sesame Street DVDs released on October 30th, 2001, 2025 edition. And before I popped in the DVD, I actually showed for proof that this was the original CTW print. I checked this tape, I popped it in after seeing the FBI warning and the Sony Wonder logo. I did see the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo without the Play It Smart text on it, so it is the original print. And the print date reads the 61st day of 2000. Anyway, Stone Age Music Stories and Melodies, that will be the first DVD to be released to commemorate with the 40th anniversary of the Flintstones. But I also came up with 4 other titles that would be released to commemorate with the 40th anniversary. You want to know what they are? Came up with 5 of them, and I already got one of them up. Well, besides Stone Age Music Stories and Melodies, released on February 1st, 2000, 4 other titles that would be released to commemorate with the 40th anniversary of the Flintstones would be the DVDs Fun and Games in Bedrock, which the release date for that will be May 2nd, 2000. Following that will be Pebbles and Bam Bam's Favorite Adventures, released on August 1st, 2000. Hilarious Stone Age Surprises, released on October 3rd of 2000, which was also the same day Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders was released on VHS and DVD by Warner Home Video. And May 2nd, 2000, I forgot to tell you, May 2nd, 2000, that's also the day Pee-wee's Big Adventure was released on VHS and DVD by Warner Home Video in 2000. And also the same day, Elmo's World, Babies, Dogs, and More was released on VHS by Sony Wonder. And speaking of that video, that one turned 25 years old today. August 1st, 2000, that was also the day Dragon Tales Adventures in Dragonland was released on DVD by Columbia TriStar Home Video, along with the DVDs of Unforgiven and Bronco Billy, both DVDs I have, that were released by Warner Home Video back on August 1st, 2000. And Bedrock for All Seasons, I had that one be released on Halloween Day of 2000. That was also the same day Warner Home Video released The Best of Dr. Seuss on VHS, along with the VHS and DVD releases of Gossip, and the VHS releases of Teletubbies Christmas in the Snow 2 tape set. Those 5 will be released to commemorate with the 40th anniversary of the Flintstones. I can imagine the packaging for those 40th anniversary DVDs to say, celebrating 40 prehistoric years. How do you like that? Or prehysteric years, if you think about it. And all those DVDs that will be released to commemorate with the 40th anniversary of the show, they will have 10 episodes on 2 discs to make it. I didn't have any dinner yet, but my parents say that I can eat right after the stream is done, so that's a plus. Anyway, Well, they did release some Flintstones DVDs between 2004 and 2006 that were complete season sets. And like I told you before, season 1 had 7 episodes per disc. The first 3 discs were just DVDs themselves, and the last disc was a flipper disc with one side containing 7 episodes and the other side just containing bonus features. And as for season 2, that would have 6 episodes on discs 1 through 3 and 7 on disc 4. Again, disc 4 is also double-sided. And for season 3, that had 6 episodes on the first 3 discs and 5 episodes on disc 4, which was also double-sided. Season 4 had 6 episodes on the first 3 discs and 4 episodes on disc 4. Once again, was double-sided. And then for seasons 5 and 6, they had 6 episodes on the first 3 discs and side A of disc 4. Side B had 2 episodes on there. But for seasons 7 to 10, everything is going to change in that the first 3 discs will have 7 episodes, and disc 4 will have 5 episodes for those seasons, and it will not be double-sided this time. It'll be just a regular disc. It's kind of like how the Jetsons Complete Season 1 DVD set had 4 discs, with disc 4 not being double-sided. As for when the DVDs came out, I know that the season 1 set was released on March 16th, 2004. The season 2 set was released on the season 1 set was released on March 16th, 2004. The season 2 set was released on December 7th of 2004. The season 3 set, that was released on March 22nd, 2005. The season 4 set, that was released on November 15th of 2005. The season 5 set, that was released on March 7th of 2006, which was also the exact same day Warner Home Video released Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which was the 4th Harry Potter film on DVD. And as for season 6, that came out on September 5th, 2006 on DVD. And I was thinking about when season 7 to 10 can get released. I was probably thinking maybe season 7 can be released on January 16th, 2007. A season 8 set can be released on May 1st, 2007. And I know that a Flintstones Christmas Carol was released sometime in October 2007. And that will also be the same day season 9 set will be released. And as for season 10, that will be released on, let's say, February 4th, 2008. What did you think of the release date ideas for season 7 to 10 on DVD? Flipper 2000 fan. Now, October 2nd, 2007 was when A Flintstones Christmas Carol was released on DVD, and that will be the same day the season 9 DVD set will be released. So, season 1, March 16th, 2004. Season 2, December 7th, 2004. Season 3, March 22nd, 2005. Season 4, November 15th, 2005. Season 5, March 7th, 2006. Season 6, September 5th, 2006. Season 7, January 16th, 2007. Season 8, May 1st, 2007. Season 9, October 2nd, 2007. Season 10, February 4th, 2008. Um, yeah. I'm going to eat dinner very soon, so... Yes, I do. It is. Oh, they were awesome. Well, it's oh, she is just coming up with her own ideas for a fan-made project. I wouldn't necessarily call it a puppet show, but we are basically working together to create like maybe adult parodies of some of our childhood shows. Like I know hers is like My Gym at Home, so it parodies that show. I think it might have parodied Sesame Street in a way. And basically, it's got a, a lot of segments that were parodied, like Mimo's World is a parody of Elmo's World crossed over with My Gym at Home. Some other segments with Sheila or Felipe or Pepe or any other My Gym character would come up on some segments. And probably a show that would parody some sort of like almost creepypasta like thing. That would be very funny. Anyway, it's 9:15 and I'm going to be exiting the stream in just about a minute, so yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. No, I was replying to Husky Dog 88's or Clifford 2000 fans. I was replying to Clifford 2000 fans' question about what if there was an adult parody of Clifford. I was not saying your show was a creepypasta. No, I wasn't. Oh, that is his secondary channel. The one where he mainly does Clifford content and stuff. The main channel, he uploads lots of stuff. But for his secondary channel, it's all Clifford related. Yeah. That. Alvin! That was very funny. Obviously, I will comment on it soon. All right. Um, All right. So that was the stream. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you the next time I do a stream, which probably will be sometime in June. See you guys later. Okay. Pepe would be a better idea. Okay. And Danny would also work too. All right. See you guys later.